Good morning, my friends. Welcome back to another video. We are down here in Virginia, just west of Washington, D.C. We got a load of retaining wall blocks on deck, which we're going to be unloading here in about, I don't know, we got about 10 miles to go yet, something like that. Oh, no turn signal, huh? Time to wake the people up. Rise and shine. It's gonna be another beautiful day. It's gonna be a hot one today. Brisk and cool this morning, but it's hazy this morning, and it's going to go up to almost 90 degrees. That time of the year, I guess. They got to make these job sites as tight as possible. Like some of these low boys, these detaches that bring equipment in and out, they can barely make that turn, and they got to put their tire off of the blacktop on the other side of the road, and there's big ruts there, and they sink, you know. I mean, if you got a low bumper, you're almost going to bottom out. You know, just another job site gripe from Matt, right? It's just annoying, man. Now, we've been here multiple times, so we kind of know what's going on, although things do change sometimes because there's like 225 loads, you know, so let's see where they're at by now. The last couple of times I just backed up right here, and they put them over here, which I imagine is going to be the deal, but they've also had us back up in there already, but we have to swing far down in there, and I doubt if they're going to want that since it looks like they got everything graded out nicely. So I think what I'm going to do is so that's where the retaining was going down yonder. But anyway, I think I'm just going to park right there for now. Actually, maybe I'll back in there. I'm going to back in here, and then I'm going to swing over there, back in here. If they need me to, I can move then. So let's do that. I'm going to back right here, and then I can at least take my straps off, be ready when they get here. Planes flying overhead. So let's put on some PPE before we get chewed out. New hard hat, I don't know. I didn't like the other one. Quite frankly, I don't like any hard hats, but this one seems a little more comfortable. Hard hat, vest, steel toe boots, glasses, and gloves. I think we're good to go. And before I throw the straps, I like to take my edge protectors off. If you throw the straps, all the edge protectors just go flying all over the place, so I like to pick them off before I throw straps over. So now we're ready to throw the straps across. Look at that big 336. Nice excavator. Now, a lot of people don't like that I throw my straps, right? A lot of guys hate when people throw straps, which is completely understandable, actually. You know, in fear of hitting somebody with the hook of your strap, right? That might be standing on the other side here. But I never had any problems. You just make sure there's nobody around before you throw the straps. And here you got, what, 3 foot high load, wrapping up all my straps and then driving 45 minutes or an hour to pick up another load of lumber and throwing them again. Nah. Local, regional, I'll just roll my straps up. It works well for me. And all you need is one of these handles here with the hook on to roll them up on the bench. Just like that. Okay, so he actually wants me over there, which, like I said, if you're not here for a week or a couple of weeks, things change as they set the blocks and they move to different spots. So staging area is now over here to the left, so let's move over there. Now, I hope they hold off on spraying water on the site till I'm out of here. That can make a mess real quick. I'll pull up and back there. Swing out. right, guys. That's that, nice and quick. It only took about 45 minutes. His crew wasn't here yet when we started unloading, and I said, well, I'll just hook him up on the trailer, jump down, and unhook him. He was like, you're gonna get tired. I'm like, well, I drive a truck all day, so I could use the exercise. So that's what we did. We had about a third to half of it unloaded until his guys even showed up. So that's awesome, man. We're out of here a little earlier than normal. So let's head on down to Culpeper, Virginia to get this reload. All right, let's get rid of this PPE. Woo! It's getting hot out there already, man. Yes, sir. I like to fold up my vest real nice like that. And you know, I think we're gonna get out of here before the water truck starts spraying water all over the place, which is awesome. All right, let's head a little farther south, get a load of treated. Buenos dias, mi amigo. One guy's hard hat says, "Hable español." So I guess they have stickers on their helmets. Some of them, I mean, on their hard hats. Hablo español. So I guess that's telling you that they can't speak English. I don't know. And the nice thing is we don't have to get washed down with a fire hose today. And man, am I relieved for that. Because the last couple times I was in there, this job site is an absolute disaster when it's wet. I mean, it's horrible. So it's good that it's dry, but then if it's wet, you gotta stop right here and they hose you off with they wash the truck off with a fire hose, and mud splatters everywhere, and yeah, it makes a mess. So it's nice to be in there when it's dry. Trucks, no right turn out of job site, so here we go. Got one coming here though. Careful, Matt. There's a truck waiting to turn into my left, so I'm trying to get out of his way. Like we got a train incoming. We made it here to Culpeper Wood, and there was a little bit of confusion. I was gonna go to Gap, actually to my old job where I drove triaxle for a few years. But anyway, I go to call the order number here. I called in the order number here just a couple minutes ago, and she said, well, you're going to Gordonville like normal, which is where I go most of the time. I was like, no, I don't think so. She was like, yeah, I think so. And just then Sean, the guy that dispatches us to load, rides by, and he's like, hey, you're going to Paneling Sills. I'm like, oh, okay. So I am going to Gordonville with this load now. get everything all cleared up. So not going to Gap after all, going to Gordonville. Not much difference, but... And then I'm planning on unloading, then I got to go back to the shop for a couple skids, which go to the curb shop. So I have to go back to the shop, load those up, then go to the Mason-Dixon line there to load up curbs, which come back down here to Gainesville. And then I'll probably sleep somewhere and either come down to Gainesville. I'm probably going to run out of time before then, but I should be able to get to maybe the rest area there at the 495-95 split where the weigh station is. Maybe I could sleep there. It's pretty peaceful, usually sleeping there. So we'll see how it all goes. Might have to wait on this order a little bit, but it shouldn't be too long. All right, one more stack to go and we'll be out of here. Let's get her strapped down. Another inbound truck there. Pretty busy here this morning. Got our paperwork signed, so let's get on a roll here. Got DOT up here on the left. Luckily they're on the southbound side and we don't got to deal with them. It's like they're doing a full inspection on that guy or something. They got 3 officers there, man. Jeez, must be serious, huh? Alright, we're gonna take 81 up through again because traffic is just horrible on the beltways with the road work and everything. So we'll just take 81 up to Harrisburg. Back up here on 81, I don't know what's going on. Because PennDOT spraying the weeds, I guess. I don't know. Well, somebody said they're up here spraying, so they're rolling, but it's backed everything up for 2 miles or so. This hopper bottom right here. Wowzers. Tim Keener. He's got himself a nice day cab. A little making hay the old-fashioned way over here to the right. Look at that. Stacking it by hand. He's got an old Massey Harris tractor. That's pretty cool right there. Started unloading here. Tell you, it feels pretty warm out here, but we'll take that any day, or Matt will anyway. Take that any day over cold weather. And we get to stay nice and clean when it's sunny like this. Come on, man, bring it on. Should wash the bugs off sometime. Alright, I called him up. He said I can just load it myself if they're not there anymore, but I'm gonna be there right about 4:30. So hey, they might be able to load me real quick. If not, he said I can load it up myself. So music to my ears, you know. Get loaded tonight, that way I can deliver first thing, because I gotta come back, or I gotta go to Culpeper, come back to Paradise, unload, reload for Harrisonburg, Virginia. So I gotta keep stepping, and the biggest thing was I wanted to get loaded tonight. That was the goal today, and it looks like that's going to happen if everything goes well, you know, the rest of the way there. So yeah, let's get her done. All right guys, I'm on the forklift myself here, so let's get them loaded up. We got 270 to load onto the truck, so let's get her done. All right, let's get her strapped down. Went pretty quickly for me, except I was loading the wrong ones at first, which, glad I noticed. No, I noticed it pretty quick. I came to put a pack on the other side. I'm like, wait a minute. These things are a couple inches bigger than I'm supposed to be taking. So, got it figured out, and Need to get her strapped down. And then we need to go find a place to sleep. All right, my friends. Let's go find a place to sleep. I'm thinking I might just sleep on a shoulder somewhere, or I could swing in to the way station on 83 too and park there, but I don't know. I don't like to do that either. But we'll figure it out. There is a Royal Farms. Loose wire. There is a Royal Farms in off 83 down here in Maryland. They don't actually have truck spots, but there is some room. You know, you get a little creative. There is some room there to park. So let me get into the truck, get on my phone and figure it out, and we'll go from there. All right, here's the Royal Farms. So let's see if there is any room for us to just park there or not. If there's not, then I'll just go back out to the ramp, because I know it's possible to park there. What is that car doing? I have no idea. I'm gonna go. Oh, now I put the four-ways on. All right. But anyway, if there's not room to park off to the side here, and there's strict, you know, signs and stuff about no parking, then I'll go back out to the ramp. But I need a restroom. I do have food for tonight, so we're good there. Let's see what it looks like back there. I do see a sign there. What do we got? No truck idling allowed, no parking, violators will be towed, blah, blah, blah. So I guess we better listen then. All right, as most of you know, I'm not a fan of parking on ramps, but this is gonna have to do for tonight. We'll be all right. Here, parked on the side. Nice shoulder here. I'm gonna add a little bit of tire shine yet to the tires. Then we'll eat our dinner and get some sleep. Good morning. Slept pretty good here on the get-on ramp. Pretty peaceful, actually, despite all the traffic going by. Let's make some coffee. And there we go. We got ourselves a cup of joe this morning. Let's get this day started. Got here at 6:15. He's already got a bunch of packs off. You can't beat that. I am going to wipe the paint down with some quick wax here this morning, since it's just going to be sunny this week. That bent stack really bothers me, man. A lot of people probably don't notice it if they don't know it, but especially from the side, you can really see the dent. But maybe we'll have to get a new top, which they're like 600 bucks, so that's not cheap either. Thanks to these guys for the hat. Come out and give me a new hat this morning. That's pretty cool, huh? Another one to add to the collection. I do like hats. I have a ton of them. But anyway, thanks to these guys for that. I appreciate it. Made it down here to reload. There is only one outbound truck, a ton of inbound trucks, but there's 2 down there unloading, and then we got 1, 2, 3, 4 up here, guys getting their tarps off and stuff. So 6 inbound, only 2 outbound. Shouldn't be too long as the order's ready. So let's call it in and see what we got. Yes, sir. Carry them heavy tarps around. It's part of it when you're hauling lumber.
Culpeper, this is Wanda.
Hey, good morning, Wanda. It's Matt from Danco again.
Good morning. How are you?
Good, doing good. I'm here for, what do we got here? Paradise, PA.
Oh, okay.
That is 37896.
I'm sorry, 37896?
Yeah, 37896.
Okay. All right, red, white, 36. All right, let's check on that one for you. See if I have it.
All right.
I don't have it, so I will check on it for you. In the meantime, dunnage out, safety vest on, and we'll get you loaded as soon as we can.
All right, sounds good. Thank you.
All right, you're welcome.
All right, so as you heard there, it might not be ready. I mean, it came in yesterday, so I figured I actually talked to her yesterday, or Sean about it yesterday, so I figured it'd be ready, but it's not a big deal if it's not. You know, we just need to get reloaded for Harrisonburg. But that won't be a problem. These guys, they had given me this hat, and he comes out with 2 more. The guys there where we unloaded the precast. Colorful, huh? Anyway, thank you guys. I really appreciate them guys. And I'm going to get my dunnage out and everything. And that way I'm ready when the order does come in. That's a nice W990 there. Pretty nice truck. I still haven't gotten used to the 589 like the Peterbilt, but those 990 Kenworths, they're kind of growing on me. If they're done right, they're pretty nice. Comes Ruben with his nice 379. Sounds nice too. Get rolling. I'm gonna stop for some food up in Elkwood there, because I'm out of food. So stop there, grab some lunch. All right, I got myself a little bit of grub. They didn't have much going on in there yet as far as lunch, because it's pretty early yet, but hot sauce, check. I got some mashed potatoes, chicken bites, and some shrimp. Puh. Didn't know how else to open it. Drizzle some hot sauce on the chicken. And I also got Arizona sweet tea. Good stuff. Probably not good for you. Probably a lot of sugar in there. No high fructose corn syrup. I don't know. Tastes good. But like I usually tell you guys, drinks are probably my weakness when it comes to that kind of, when it comes to you know, just a lot of calories and sugar. Drinks is probably my biggest weakness. I eat a lot of sweets too, you know, pastries. I mean, my wife, you know, come on. She's always baking good stuff for me, so. Yeah, I'm gonna eat my lunch here before I leave. And then we'll head up the rest of the way. Got a nice truck, nice Kenworth here to the left, Jones Family Farming. They got some nice equipment. Looks like he's pulling a dump trailer. Another nice truck coming by us here. This is a local truck from back home in the 717. Sporting, what is it? Sporting Valley, Sporting Hill. They are out of Mannheim, I think. Nice Peterbilt for sure. Gotta love the 379.
Obama.
Yeah, that didn't look good. That doesn't look good. They got a truck involved there. Pick up with a camper or something. Didn't look too bad. Looked like everybody was fine though, but quite a backup.
Over to where it wasn't a major violation or out of service.
Well guys, we made it back. Just in time for a thunderstorm. I got my trailer dropped off to get loaded up. Parked my truck in there where it's nice and dry. Thank you all for watching this video anyway. I appreciate it. I'm just sipping on a double espresso here and waiting until the rain calms down a little bit to drive home, because I know if I drive up Main Street now, everybody's going to be driving scared in this rain. So thanks for watching, guys. We're going to spend some time, family time this weekend. We're going to go to Cowtown Rodeo and then sleep the night in Jersey and go down to the beach Sunday. So we're going to got a little fun adventure planned for the boys. So thanks for watching, guys. Have a good weekend. We'll see you on the next one.